Okay. Yeah.
Huh?
So clear enter, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So first thing we will check that, do we have any image in a Docker in my local host? So for that, the command is docker space images. IMAGES. Yes. We say that there is no image
No,
available,
it's, yeah.
right? So let's pull an image. Maybe we can pull an image called Ubuntu. Docker pull. Docker pull. No. You have to use Docker. Every command start with the word Docker.
Okay.
So
Docker
Docker
full.
space pull space Ubuntu. UBUNTU. UBUN.
UB.
U no a UBU, yeah. NTU, yeah.
Enter.
Yeah. Good. So it is going to pull an image. Now you can again run a Docker images. So it's just so that you have only one image, which is
Yes.
correct. Now this is an image. It is still not. You are not able to work on this image, right? To work on this image, you need to create a container. Container is just like a virtual machine. Okay. So how we are going to make it as a container? We are going to use a command docker run. So say docker space run space minus docker space run space minus it means interactive space hyphen name, because every VM must have a name, right? So likewise that every container must have a name, a space, and then give a name, anything, maybe pizza. Space, and then the name of the image which is used to create a container. So what is the image name? Ubuntu.
So I have to type the
UBUNTU. Yes, press enter. Right. So now your container is created and you are inside the container now. Correct?
Okay.
Right. So you are inside that Linux container. So here, whatever the command you want to run, you can run. For example, I want to create a directory. So you can type a command mkdir a space and any name. So it will create a directory like that. Yeah, press enter. Just to check, type a command ls, enter. Good. Rest all are the Linux command, right? So by the way, so you know how to create a container, correct? So when you want to out from this container, what do you do? Just type exit. Now you are out of the container. Okay. Yeah. So just type clear command. And this is the same way we did the practice. We install the web server and all, right? So maybe you can now follow the labs and all. So what we are going to do today, we are going to pull an image. That image is basically a web server. Okay. it has by default a web server installed. So go back to your Docker Hub one more time, and let's see which image should I go and pull. So here in a search box, just type a username Tutum. Search box, you have a search box in a extreme left. Yes, type Tutum, Tutum. So it's one of the user. Now you see there is something called hello world.
Yes.
Click that one. So this is a sample image, is have a web server and a very small code. So how can you pull this image? Now you see that there is a command called docker pull, right?
Yes.
Just copy this command. You have a copy button also. No, this side in a small.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So now go back to your Docker terminal. Paste this command. So now you are pulling an image which already contains a web server and a website. Press enter. All done. So we can confirm by the name Docker images. Yeah, press enter. Good. So you have a two image. One image is Ubuntu. Second image is Tutum Hello World.
Hello world. Yeah.
Right. Now let's run this image. So how I'm going to run this image? We are again use a command docker run. So type docker space run space -it space hyphen name. Any name you can give. Let's say give it a name called web space. Now since it is a web server, so it need to run and expose on a port, right? Like port 80, port 81. So to expose this image on a port, I am going to type a command -p. -p means port space, and which port I am going to expose it on a port 82. 82. No, just type 82 colon, give a colon, not comma, colon. You have a semicolon and colon. Is it a semicolon? It's a colon. I'm not able. It's too. It's a semicolon. Right? It's a semicolon. Yeah. You just use another one. Remove that. Use another one.
Oh.
Yes. Look like. Type 80. So your web server always run on a port 80, but to expose it outside, you can always use another port. 80.
No, 80. So we giving a command port 82, and for what reason we giving another port for port 80?
So your web server always run on port 80, but anyone from outside, if they want to connect to your web server,
right,
they have to specify a different port.
Oh, okay.
Good. Okay. A space now, and give it a name of your image, which is a Tutum. Same name, Tutum / hello -world. Yeah, press enter. So your image is start running now. Press Alt Enter again. Alt and Enter. Yes. Now you see that on the top it's saying that open port 82. On a C open port and it's written 82 in a blue color. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Hit that one. Good. So your website is now run, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Berlin.
Yes,
Okay. But now what is the challenge we have? The challenge we have is what happens if this website gets lots of hits? Then your container may not be able to handle it, because end of the day the container is running inside a server, right? Our server has a capacity. It can have a 10 GB RAM, it can have a 12 GB RAM, right? So sometimes your RAM get adjusted, sometimes your CPU get adjusted. So scalability of this container is a challenge when you are running a Docker in your local server. Good. So this is how the cloud come into the picture, and this is how the cloud DevOps or cloud developer will run this container not inside the Docker terminal in a local machine. They run this container inside the cloud. Okay, so we are going to run the same image, Tutum Hello World, but this time we are going to run inside my AWS. Okay, so go and log into your AWS. We are going to run the same image inside an AWS.
Yeah. Hold on for a second.
You have a lot of security, huh?
Yeah, I had a phone. My son took the phone. He wants to play the game now. I want to hold on for a second.
Good. In a search box, just type container.
Elastic container.
Yes. Yeah, Balin, able to see? This is a Amazon Elastic Container Survey. What it says? Amazon ECS make it easy to deploy, manage, and scale your Docker containers. Correct? So you can scale it very easily because it's running on a cloud, and you can give a limited number of CPU and memory to scale your container.
Okay.
Correct? Right. So we are going to use this service to run the same image which I just run now. So go to the get started.
Uh,
Click get started.
get started. Okay.
So this is how the whole diagram will look like. First, it is going to create something which is called as a cluster. Cluster means a multiple server which will run your container.
Okay.
Okay. Now scroll down. So it already give you the sample application to test it. It also give you one of the Tomcat web server, which is you can test it. Nginx also one of the application which you can test it. But we are going to use our custom image, right? Because we already have our own image now. So we go to the custom and click configure. Good. So in an image name, what is the image name we have? Tutum Hello World, right? No, image name below. It's saying repository URL plus image name, right? So go to your Docker hub, copy that image name. Just copy that Tutum Hello World from top. Yeah, come here. Come to your, I think last one, last tab. Yeah.
Last one, I cannot see it because
But I'm able to see from here.
it's saying the talking resume. There is a. Oh yeah, I removed. Okay.
Yeah, just paste it here. You do not have to do pull and all, because pull and all, everything is do by the service itself. So remove the Docker pull word. We only give our image name. Remove Docker pull. Remove the word Docker pull.
Docker pull. Okay.
All good. This is the only thing we required, right? So we are going to run a Tutum Hello World image from a Docker hub, right?
Mhm.
So scroll down now. In a port mapping, if you want, you can give a port, let's say 80. Yeah, go ahead and say, now just click update. Yes, scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down, just click next. Click next. We do not need any load balancer as of now. Yeah, so cluster name is by default a default, so we leave it. Just go ahead and say next. Scroll down. So diagram shows that everything is done.
Create, is it?
Yeah, just create now. So it doing everything now. It is pulling that image from Docker Hub to AWS. Now once image will pull, it will create a container and it is run inside that container service. So you do not have to run all these command like docker run, docker stop, right?
Mhm.
It's more easy now. It's done. So go ahead and click view services. Cool. So your service has been ready now. Click on task. So task status say pending. So we have to wait. So actually cloud make our life more easy, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise people have to remember 100 of commands, right? To work on a
Yes,
Docker,
yes.
right?
Basically, people who are working in a DevOps,
Yeah.
so they have to use command lines, isn't it?
Yes, yes. But if you are if you are Azure developer or if you are Azure DevOps, then you do not have to remember a lot of commands, right? Because you already have a service which do everything for you in the background. Click the refresh button. Not below. Just up, little bit up on a right side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still pending. So wait. So you know what is happening in the background. Yeah, it's running now, right? So just click the task now. Just click the task. You have a some ID. No, below. You have a task, and below task you have some number. Yes. Good. Now scroll down till you see a network. Now you get a public IP. Just copy and paste the public IP in a browser. No, yeah, it is not copied. Oh, still not. Maybe you have to. It's not working. So right click and say copy. Or maybe you can type 34.213. Berlin, maybe you can type this IP in your browser.
Okay.
So the IP is 34.213.161.66. 34.213.161.66.
Can you start over? There are dots on it.
Yeah. 34.213.
Okay, give me. Okay, wait.
So it's a 34.
Okay, start over. You said 34.216.
34.213.161.66. And I am getting the website running in my laptop. Actually, you are putting in a very wrong place. You have to open a new
Browser.
yeah. You are actually putting in a search box. Not here, not here, not here, not here. Hold on. So let me first close this
I have
box.
it.
You get that, Berlin?
Mm-hmm.
Let me open a new tab. In a new tab, let me put, what is that, IP? 34.213. So it's a 34.213.161.66.
6.
Right? Is that correct? Right, place enter. And now yes, correct.
Yeah.
So, but where this container is running? This container is running inside
AWS.
AWS. Yes. How can we go back? Go back. Correct. So it will give you the whole data, the whole report, everything you have now. Right. So this is how the whole picture, the whole container is going to work. Right. So you have a task, you see an EC2 instance, and then you have a different kind of a matrix, how much utilization you are getting, right? Which is not possible when you are running the container in a, when you are running a container in a, within a
Docker playground.
Docker. Correct. Very, very true. Right. Now the same kind of service is also available when you are working on another cloud. For that matter, let's say I say that you are on Azure. So let's go to a tech place. Tech place and just type here ACS. So in where it is gone, in AWS, what we call Elastic Container Service, right?
Yeah.
In Azure, we call it Azure Container Service. Okay, that is called
ACS.
Understood, right? Google has a GCS, Google Container Service.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, right? So everyone has the same principle. So here I'm going to show you that how we can run. Just watch out this small video. So here it is called container instance. Oh. So here again, I am going to type same tutum hello world, right? And then I copy this name. I come here. Now this is the way we select the resource group. We give any container a name like a pizza and a burger. And here I'm going to type the image name, right? What is the image name? Tutum hyphen hello world.
Hello.
Same way in Google. Just type your image and you are done. So I'm going to expose it on a port 80, right? So I'm also typing a DNS name so that I can browse by the name also. All done. So once it is created, it takes some time, then it will create. Once it create, we can go and we can copy this public IP, right? And we can simply paste it in the browser and it will now run my Docker container. Correct? Right? So it means that today world is now moving towards containerization. The days of virtual machine and a physical server both has gone now, right? People is just using container just like a pizza and burger. You just order. I want Oracle. Okay, do not need to install, my dear. Already Oracle is installed within a container. Just pull the container, run it. Correct?
Yeah.
Correct, huh? Right? So now people even do not want to install anything. They say that I want ready-made like a pizza and burger, right? Correct? And this is what the container is now. Correct?
Right.
Malin, right? So this is the container. Maybe you can, once you maybe revise your topic and you run the lab, you might again get it. Concept is back. So we can start from tomorrow, the new world, which is Jenkins.
Okay.
Okay. See you tomorrow then.
See you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Thank you.